I'm Chief Journalist Marv Coiner in Washington on the Navy scene. God made the victuals, but the devil made the cook. That was a popular phrase for seafaring men in our early Navy, when pickled beef was a staple in the shipboard diet. Today, sailors dine on a variety of nutritionally balanced meals served cafeteria-style from clean modern galleys. The Navy's concern for the diet of her sailors began in 1775 when the Second Continental Congress, anticipating the naval role in the Revolution, laid down rules for the regulation of the Navy of the United Colonies. Among these rules were specified rations for men of the Navy. Every sailor was guaranteed 1 pound of pickled beef or pork each day and 1 pound of bread per day. Each received 2 ounces of butter on Wednesday, 4 ounces of cheese 3 times a week, and 1 pound of turnips on Sunday. In addition, there were potatoes, onions, pudding 3 times a week, and a small amount of rice. Although not usually thought of as food, rum was included in the ration in the amount of 1/2 pint per day for each man. This practice continued until 1862, when Congress declared, "The spirit ration shall forever cease" for men aboard U.S. Navy ships. Navy ships became completely dry in 1899. There was one provision for variation in the prescribed ration. Congress specified, being in such places where fish is to be had, the captain is to employ some of the company in fishing. The catch was usually codfish and was given to any of the crew who were too ill to work. Nutrition requirements aside, the sheer monotony of such a diet would be unacceptable by standards of today's Navy. Unlike today's ships, those of the Revolutionary War era had no refrigeration, so preserving food was a problem. Meats were pickled and stored in wooden kegs filled with brine. Bread was an important staple and a difficult one to keep palatable. One of the duties of a ship's captain 200 years ago was to order proper officers to inspect into the condition of the provisions, and if the bread proves damp, to have it aired upon the quarterdeck or poop deck. An item considered essential aboard a man-of-war was the rum ration. The half pint of rum was usually diluted with 3 or 4 parts of water. The water made the rum drinkable, or vice versa, depending upon one's preference. When rum was not available, the crew had to settle for spruce beer, a concoction brewed from fermented twigs and needles of spruce trees. In 200 years, the diet of the U.S. sailor has progressed from staples of pickled meat and hard bread to full-course meals, fresh and hot, prepared in stainless steel galleys with electric grills and walk-in freezers. Reporting for the Chief of Information, I'm Chief Journalist Marv Coiner in Washington on the Navy scene.